Larry Stone says he's been taking pictures for over 50 years. If his name sounds familiar, it's probably because for half of those years, he was shooting photographs and writing articles for the Des Moines Register about the wonders and issues facing Iowa's outdoor environment.
Which was the best job in the world. I really enjoyed that. Got to see a lot of the state of Iowa and meet a lot of people in natural areas. And I didn't pretend to be the expert. I was getting other people to tell me the stories of Iowa and conservation and nature.
Larry believes he wrote over 3,000 articles during his 25 years with the Des Moines Register. Since he retired from the paper in 1997, he's written 5 books. The first book he wrote, Listen to the Land, is a collection of stories he wrote for the paper that were personal reflections of the beauty he's found throughout the Iowa landscape.
I chose that title, listen. It doesn't have to be just with your ears, I guess. You can taste, hear, see, smell, experience the land, and you can call that listening, I guess. And that was kind of the idea behind that title.
2 of the books Larry has written were co-authored with ornithologist and longtime friend John Stravers. They are tributes to 2 of the state's most recognized and respected naturalists, Sylvan and Gladys Black.
Sylvan and Gladys were both kind of characters. Gladys was a character in her own right. She started educating people, and education was her big thing, teaching people about birds.
In the little abdomen, you can see the intestines and everything.
And I think she probably did more to get more Iowa people interested in birds than any other one person ever could have.
This is, some people call it an itchweed, some people call it a nettle.
Sylvan was a little bit more laid back or subtle in his mission. He was always happy to go give a talk to anybody who was willing to have him. He delighted in talking about, especially about wildflowers. That was kind of his field of expertise. So he was kind of Iowa's premier naturalist.
Larry grew up on a farm in Warren County. Even while doing chores, he says there were constant opportunities to observe and appreciate nature's wonders.
Whether feeding the cattle or something as unglamorous as hauling manure out to the field, while you could, there would be birds to see or sometimes wildlife around, or just a lot of things to do on the farm. Pick wild plums, pick wild grapes, and pick wild strawberries, and just the opportunities that I had that not enough kids have an opportunity to do now.
Larry has spent his life planting seeds he hoped would grow into an appreciation of the state's prairies, woodlands, and waterways. Nowadays, as a member of the Clayton County Conservation Board, he works to protect those resources.
Our board, one of our primary focuses and missions is that conservation education and awareness to make people appreciate and protect what we do have. That's our future when you get right down to it. I mean, if the kids of the future are going to have any place to, enjoy or to fish or to swim or canoe, we've got to take care of what we got now, because we seem to keep losing it.
And as Papa Larry, he spends a lot of time nurturing a respect for Iowa's natural environment in his grandchildren. He does it in part by sharing with them what he knows about photography. But the camera is just one of the many tools he uses to expose them to the wonders of nature.
It's a cliche, but kids don't play in the dirt enough anymore, and if you're going to take care of the planet, you got to have an appreciation for it and get your fingers dirty. And I hope, are we accomplishing getting your fingers dirty? I hope so.
I think so.
I hope so. I hope so. We got to climb trees, we got to pick up acorns, we got to look for snails and watching birds, and a lot of things to do besides take pictures. That's good for me because I sometimes get too focused on only this flower or this image, and I forget about the things around me. So when I have the grandkids along, that helps me appreciate the other things too. Tell you what, I had the best job in the world for 25 years at the Des Moines Register, yeah. And I still have got the best job in the world. You know, when you can go out anytime you want to and photograph outdoors with the kids, well, that's hard to beat.